morning, Nadeska Akademiks and Wayno here on Everyday Struggle. Hope you all had an amazing weekend, including you two, my friends.
I had a great weekend.
Wayno was giving back to the community on Friday, right?
Yes, we had our first Everyday East B at Millbank. Me and TJ Porter fed 100 families. You know, it was dope. It was really dope. I had my Everyday Struggle crew there with me. You know, shouts to everybody in the green, at the green room.
Wayno is such a, like the way he plugs everything. Anyway, we're off for Thanksgiving, but on our Wednesday episode, no. You're actually gonna see it in the episode. Yeah, you're gonna see it in the episode, Wayno up in Harlem, giving food to families in need.
Yeah, I booked actor DJ, he didn't show up, y'all.
Hey, you lost a DJ this weekend, no? Officially? Just as Wayno and I were saying it's time to drop it.
No, I got hacked again. No. Listen, it's still in my name. My name will always be DJ Akademiks.
Nah, you're just Akademiks.
I just Akademiks.
Akademiks.
Twitter, I had some good people at Twitter. They watch this. Well, they just know me. And and they're like, yo, we'll give you your name.
Good, we're sick of you getting
Listen
hacked.
to his plugs,
Get it
though.
together.
They just know me.
No, it's some really cool people there. But yeah, I keep getting hacked. Anyway, I get back to the community too.
How?
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I visited some less fortunate people. Let's just say that.
Okay.
6ix9ine?
What?
All right.
Less fortunate. No. You know?
But that's dope, Ak, if you did actually do some give back. I don't know if you're trolling or not, you know?
Nah, for real, I did. Yo.
Okay, Ak.
That's not because you too busy signing $1 million contracts and buying all type of condos.
Yo, Wayno told me to be out here touching the people.
Buildings.
I'm just trying to be out here. I went to Miami for this Rebel event, so it was like Denzel Curry versus Flatbush Zombies. It was pretty amazing.
I see you were kicking my man Jinx. Okay.
Yeah, me and Jinx were co-hosting the live stream. Like the energy is crazy. Yo. You know, usually you go to a show, it's kind of boring. The crowd's not engaged. You're just like filming the whole time.
Yeah.
This was like a completely different level.
What was the check like? That's what I want to know.
Mind your business.
Well, I don't think it's anywhere that Denzel Curry
buy?
could be, and the energy's not up.
Exactly.
Like, he's a very energy-driven guy.
Yeah, shout out to them. It was an incredible show. But anyway, let's get into
How you
it.
gonna link up with Red Bull like that?
Mind your business, yo. I don't ask you about your business
she be
deals.
blocking any opportunity.
Yo, this guy.
I know, Ak, man.
Ak will come in with his, like, remember that interview outfit he wore a few weeks ago talking about can you print some important documents for me today? What?
Look, that's what I'm saying. Look. That's how I know it was
so
bullshit, because he
sketchy.
ain't dressed like that since.
He's so sketchy.
That's my Illuminati, like, outfit.
You've had a lot of meetings since then. You ain't come dressed like that again.
Listen, man, it's a lot going on.
It's a lot
going on, man. It's a lot going on.
All right, y'all. So a lot of music dropped over the weekend, but again, we can't do it all on Monday, so we're going to start today with Jaden Smith and the Creed 2 soundtrack. So Wayno's been looking forward to this Jaden project forever. Sunset Tapes, a cool tape story, 11 tracks on this. We're not putting up any more snippets because we're tired of the labels coming for our necks. Here's the track list, though. Thoughts on this?
Well, for me, you know, I've been waiting on Jaden to drop, and he dropped it like a year to the day when he dropped Saya last year. Personally, for me, it didn't live up to the same thing Sire did. I think Saya is way better, but at the same time, I was really happy with this. My favorite track off that shit is
a
Plastic.
Calabasas freestyle?
No, that would be Ak's favorite shit. He loves Calabasas. Ak is gonna be moving there soon.
No, please.
Sooner or later. But
please.
Plastic was very dope. 1010 was dope. Falling Part 2 and Rolling Around. For Jaden, on Saya, he's doing like more singing. He does a little bit of singing on this, but he's actually rapping a bit more on this.
So I would think you would like this more, because I'm surprised you're a big Jaden fan to begin with.
I'm
no
surprised.
Disrespect, just based on your taste.
I'm surprised I'm a big Jaden fan too, but you know what it is? It's like he did such a dope rollout when he put out Saya on his Instagram. That's what made me pay attention. And I was like, let me see what Jaden is about, because people was telling me he's pretty dope. And then I listened to it, and I couldn't believe this was him. I'm like, this is not Will Smith's son, right? I think that he broke out of being Will Smith's son, but I was happy with this overall. Like, I'm gonna keep listening to it. I fuck with Jaden pretty heavy. I was kind of tight that Ghost wasn't on here. That's the joint he released, like, it was like in the summertime. He dropped the single, but I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the Sunset Tapes.
Just think of Wayno really be listening. I ain't listen to this shit at all.
Wow, man.
No, I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna listen to it. It's just that when music comes out, I'm not running to listen to Jaden Smith still.
Man.
Now I do respect his talent.
Yeah.
So really, I'm deferring to you.
All right.
No, I do. I'm gonna get
on Jaden.
Bro, I'm gonna get. This is like a Tuesday listen for me. This is not the joint I'm hitting on the Thursday, Friday.
Did you listen to Saya last year? No?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Saya,
No, of course.
it's really good.
I agree. When I heard that, I was like, to be honest, I kind of knew, because there was like little floating Instagram videos where he was rapping, but that project kind of proved to me like he could really rap, or he has a really good ghostwriter, and he could.
That's what I do want to know. I ain't gonna front. I really want to know if he does have a ghostwriter.
If it's Kylie Jenner, can you imagine?
Only because, like, no, he's not Nas or J. Cole or nothing like that, but he can actually rap. And I'm like,
who raps better, him or Cordae?
You say Cordae. by far. Corday rap. I ain't even have to think about that.
What?
Stop playing with Corday.
No.
Stop playing with
You
Corday.
trying to do this again?
Nah,
you
Corday
got him so
Corday
tight.
Look at y'all, man.
Corday.
Look at y'all.
I didn't even have to
Ask no
think
question,
about that one. I didn't even have to think about that.
Jaden be rapping too.
Jaden can rap, but he ain't fucking with Corday.
Okay, that's
Now-
you act like it was a
Academics.
ridiculous question. Like I compared
Only
Trippie
because
Redd
the
and,
last time this came up, you got him so tight on the show. That's
Who?
why.
Corday.
With one of
What
your
was he mad?
backhanded compliments. He literally said like, "Damn, Ak, you're trying to like build me up to tear me down."
Yeah,
or
we ain't
something like that.
we not gonna relive that moment, but
He
just
doesn't
love
even
Corday.
remember. Okay.
just know that I hope that one thing I can say is that I hope that when Corday does put a project out that he can make songs.
And by the way,
To that
there's
level.
not that many young lyricists I could compare. Like they're both like under 18.
No, he's
Actually,
not.
Corday's
Corday's
20.
21. He looks 18, but he's like 21.
So why? He's 20.
He's definitely 21 in my
Why
ear.
you-
He's got the baby
control
face.
room just shout out, is it?
Baby
Right.
face.
So why you said I was an old head? Like I thought everything was like 14.
Oh yeah, he did
Yeah.
call you old too. Anyway,
So-
back to the point. So cool on
But there's not
Jaden.
many young lyricists. That's why I compared him to him.
All right, we're gonna have to make you a list of people who rap. Then.
Yeah, because it's a lot of
You can't
young
only think it's
lyricists.
Jaden.
Name me five
He
really
always
lyrical guys under
Why do you
21.
always pick? Yo, name me five. Name me
Nah,
five.
because
name me five.
y'all act like sometimes there's only a few that come to mind when I think
JID?
under. Is he under 21?
I don't know if I don't know his age, but he's a young lyricist.
Yeah, listen, we've been calling Jordan Lucas a young lyricist, and Jordan
old is
Yeah,
Jordan
he's
Lucas?
not under 21. so
just
he's
because he hasn't gotten
Jordan
his,
Lucas is not 30.
he's
can't.
30.
Jordan Lucas is 30?
28. Okay, he doesn't. All right, we'll
think
make you
so.
the top
That's a whole
five
nother
later. Don't
conversation.
even worry about
But
it.
I hate that every time we have something, he's like, name me five right now. Nigga, you know how hard it is to name five
Yo,
of
it's
anything
Monday
just
at
offhand?
7:30 in the morning.
Exactly,
Relax,
like,
bro.
name me five right now.
I guarantee you could name me 5 Jaden Smith songs off this project. Damn, this nigga know about heart.
right.
I'm gonna get into this though, because
Get
you know
into
what?
it.
Let's revisit this later this week, because I want to debate this nigga Wayno.
right, bet.
This nigga Wayno
Let's do
likes
it.
this shit a little bit too much. No, he likes Jaden Smith
What?
too much, and I'm gonna have to just be the contrary.
Tomorrow is your only option, okay?
Right, exactly.
It's a short week. It's
yeah.
holiday
It's a
week,
short
so
week.
I'm listening to
come with all your
today.
thoughts for tomorrow.
I'm listening.
I'll
to
get on your Twitch
today.
stream and debate you.
All right, so you guys know Black Panther soundtrack is one of my favorite albums of the year. It might be top 5, honestly. So I was excited for the Creed 2 soundtrack to see how that compares. So the movie is out this Wednesday, the 21st, but the soundtrack dropped last weekend. Produced entirely by Mike Will. A ton of features on here: Kendrick, Cole, Nicki, Wayne, Rocky. Basically everyone you could think of and their
Right.
mom is on this. Again, no snippets, just track list for you guys.
Right.
Did you listen to this one, Ak?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I remember I told you I wasn't gonna watch the movie because I'm not into that type of movie. The soundtrack made me want to watch the movie.
Okay.
Okay. Salute to Mike Will. I think we done beef, right? What's the problem?
That was last year. I thought you guys are...
I don't know.
cool now.
I'll beef with everybody. Then we're
What
cool again.
did you think of the soundtrack?
No. I like it. Like I actually like at first when I saw like all the features, like there's a lot of mixing and matching. I was like, man, this is gonna be a clusterfuck of just like randomness, and actually with some dope songs. Like so, I gotta really give credit to Mike Will for like being like the EP to mix and match and actually do a good job doing that. So you know what I mean? It made me more excited. Like again, when you're listening to a soundtrack, it's different from just an album.
Yeah.
Right? Just like even the Black Panther soundtrack. Again, those songs, you have to feel a theme throughout the whole album. It's not just a collection of songs, right? Also, it has to be good music. And I felt this was it was accomplished.
Yeah, well, with this, what I'm noticing with a lot of these soundtracks is even we call it the Black Panther, soundtrack, but I call it the TDE compilation. Like
Fair
it's like the TDE album, right? I mean, Mike Will has put out albums, like he always puts out albums, but this is a little bit different. I'm guessing that this dude Ayers is his new artist or something because he's on there going in. You know what I mean? He's on there going in. One of my favorite joints on there was the joint with Nas and Rick Ross. And I ain't gonna front, you know who had a hell of a
Anything
verse?
with Nas and Rick Ross is like amazing, man.
Of course. But you know who actually had a really, really good verse on here? Nicki on the Running joint. Nicki had a really good verse on there.
As she does on every feature.
Yeah,
Just-
she kills us.
She's on a winning
feature,
streak.
yeah.
She's on
By
the
the way,
wait, that's a topic because we talked about, now look, remember how we always talk about like taking women out of just being the women conversation and putting them in with everybody else. We talked about Drake and we talked about J. Cole. Can we throw Nicki in there for
We should
features this
definitely
year?
throw Nicki in for features.
Should
You're
throw
right.
Nicki in there for features this
I ain't
year?
gonna lie, Nicki been bodying these features, man, and that's why like people think like even y'all well, in a joking way be like, yo, since Nicki DM'd you, like, no, like yo, I've been giving Nicki's music props. I even gave Queen props to a certain extent.
To a certain extent.
No,
Let's be
it's
for
just
real.
that the other tomfoolery and shenanigans, it just looks lame.
I think we've all agreed that she kills her features.
Right,
It's
right,
like
right.
sometimes the albums lean super pop sometimes is my thing, but
she had a good joint on there. The joint with Young Thugger and Sway Lee on there. Pharrell and Kendrick, that was a good one. I mean, like overall, it was
that was
cool.
a good pairing, by the way.
Yeah, it was like it's just Mike Will. Like you can't go wrong with a producer of that stature curating a soundtrack.
yeah. I also like that Ari
joint
Lennox is on the track with Cole, so she signed to Dreamville. It's nice to see her get a look on this.
Yeah,
too.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Of course, they would be on a song called Shea Butter Baby.
This one's just for you.
Right.
Black
but you
Twitter.
know, I also feel like it was kind of easy for him to do something like this because I'm pretty sure that they worked on certain songs, but I know Mike Will probably has 1,000 songs that we've never heard of just sitting around that he could just say, yo, all right, let me use this one, that one, put a little theme to it, and now we had that. What was really dope, too, one of my standouts is the German Crime Mob. Because it sounded like they kind of sampled like just the drums from Nuck If You Buck, but if you got to have a fight movie, Crime Mob, can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, hearing that Nas and Rick Ross joint made me realize I need another Rick Ross project ASAP.
Oh, it's on the way. My man Sam Steek told me about it. It's on the way. Port of Miami, too.
2018 or 2019?
2019.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's
Thank
definitely
God.
because
This year's booked.
Thank God.
yeah, this year's definitely booked up.
This year's booked.
This year's definitely booked
But overall, good. I like it.
Overall, I'm not gonna put it above the Black Panther soundtrack.
Yeah.
But good project.
All right, so Ak's gonna listen to Jaden. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Did Jaden get into anything about his boyfriend on?
Yo, they was trolling, yo. I swear, like when you listen to the music, I ain't gonna lie. You listen to the music and then think about that comment, they was definitely trolling. Like for real. They was definitely trolling.
As they always are.
Disappointed, man. I'm trying to see when these rappers really wave the flag for the LGBT community, man.
Whoop.
Not gonna lie to you.
Losing things here. Excuse me.
Jaden Smith would be the perfect fit.
You say he would be the perfect fit?
I just thought they would be a great power couple. But anyway. It's time to get to the bullshit, I suppose.
Right.
Ak, you're going to have to fill us in on some of this, maybe if you know anything. All right, so late last week, 6ix9ine hit Instagram to confirm that he's fired his entire team and canceled his upcoming U.S. tour. Then a day after the announcement, he hopped on The Breakfast Club to explain the whole situation, essentially saying that his booking agency was robbing him of millions of dollars. Let's take a look.
Me hire a professional, actual security agency.
True. You hide your peoples.
I'm like, yo, let's put y'all in position. Let's get y'all out the hood. Let's stop putting y'all here and put y'all here. Let's better y'all lives.
Mm-hmm.
And it all came down on me.
When
'Cause
it
it was
comes to
just like,
money.
yo, when you try to help somebody, there's so much you can help before they just bite your hand.
All right, so there's a lot in this interview, but essentially he's saying in this portion, so he signed with this agency, he was supposed to collect like 3.6 mil for 15 tour dates, but he only got a couple 100,000. I don't even know how that's possible. So he said there's a lot happening here. They're skimming off the top. They threatened to expose parts of his personal life to TMZ promoters if he didn't make shows. I don't even know what my question is here. I never know. There's so much surrounding him. What did you guys make of all of this?
Well, in that clip, I think he was talking more about the people he put around him initially and them protecting him, etc. Because I watched the whole entire interview. It was like an hour. Like, I watched the whole shit. But honestly, I'm going to keep it on it. He's full of shit, yo. And what I mean, he's full of shit. Not with the booking agency stuff, just everything overall, because he knew what position he put himself in when he started affiliating himself with certain types of people. And I feel like his entire plan from the beginning was to find an exit. So that whole, I'm firing my crew because they not doing right, or I'm firing this person, that person, or whatever the case may be, he had that plan from the start. There was no way possible he was going to be able to sustain keeping those types of people around him. So when I watched the interview, it's a lot, there's good parts in there. I'm not just going down at all. It's good parts in the interview, but for the most part, the booking agency, MTA Booking, I never even heard of that. Right? Like, I've never even heard of that booking agency before. And for an artist of his stature, he should be with a larger agency that's known, like a CAA, a UTA, Paradigm, ICM, one of them. But the overall thing of everything he got going on is bullshit. I think it's bullshit.
Well, in regards to that, like he been cut off. Like, I mean, he got kidnapped by like his people already. So like people,
It was never his people. So let's
No,
not
It's
it's
just
put
like,
out
how do
there.
you
It
know
was
what
never
to
his
separate
people.
fact or fiction?
If you look at the person who got like charged, that was literally his people. The same people who brought him to LA the first time.
So that's what he's talking about in this clip we just watched.
No. So I'm just talking about him like
Niggas ain't his
separating himself from. No, that literally was his people. Like it's literally there, because that person was fighting with him at LAX.
Wow.
That same person who got locked up.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's not his people. This the thing. This is how I look at.
What do you count as people? These are people who were his friends that came up, or people he was just paying.
The
to be
people
his...
that were behind him and repping and whatever he says they're rocking with, ended up. People got cut off, and it's been segments of them, and of course people get disgruntled and shit happen.
Okay.
So that's how that happened. The time when he's talking about with this is that he barely has anybody around him that is of the gang affiliation. He rolls with all security. Like, when's the last time you literally saw him with like a bunch of gang members?
But that's what I'm saying. It was all that's not him cutting people off. Is not them being insubordinate and them not doing right business. These is not his friends. All the niggas that he's around is in their 30s. These is not people he grew up with. He was a check. That's how I look at Tekashi. I look at what's fucked up about everything he does is every time something happens, we have to question if it's real or not.
Yeah, I don't.
Every single time something happens, we gotta say, yo, is this actually happening? Is this actually real? Because his whole existence, that's why I say he needed to just come out and say that he was a parody to begin with. I don't think he ever cared about being a rapper. I think that, like you used to tell me, people care about being seen and that what they could finesse. He don't care about rapping.
Do you agree with that? Of course, there's a lot of antics surrounding it, but you think genuinely deep down he does not care about having like a successful career?
No. Of course he does. Of course.
But I mean, he cares about making money. I don't think he about.
But then all of this thing, at least what I take away, it's like it's screwing up his money because there's so much security and like violence.
This is
everywhere
what
he goes.
this is what I could say in terms of like even this interview. And maybe other rappers, I don't know if any rapper has been like in his position, but maybe they could relate. You get someone who is in the business and their whole career is so unorthodox that they become distrustful of everybody around them. When you're in LA, you feel like people in your crew is leaking information of where you're gonna be at, gunshots is ringing out, you become distrustful. When you become, everything adds up. When you start to say, okay, wait, why my money now looking funny? You start distrusting people. It all adds into him, literally, I talked to him a couple of days ago, he don't talk to nobody.
Bro, he knew what he was signing up for.
No, okay,
He
whether
knew
that's the case, I'm just talking about what led up to this.
Yeah.
When you are an artist and you're like, you know what, like for him, the whole thing about him firing everybody, he literally said that because people took money for a bunch of dates, and he says, since I know like I'm getting robbed, I'd rather not do the shows, period. Let's see how y'all figure it out. Y'all have promised people and taking people money without me even signing shit or whatever. And I think he's a little bit misinformed too. He's definitely misinformed. But for him, he's distrustful of everybody.
Yeah, listen, you ever seen The Usual Suspects, that movie? Remember Kaiser Sose? That's who this nigga is. No, seriously, he's Kaiser Sose, but just the other. Kaiser Sose was a person that was lying about who he was the whole movie, where he was the gangster at the end of the movie. The motherfucker that they was trying to prosecute, that's who he was. This is what I'm saying. He was claiming gangster all this whole time because he wasn't a gangster this whole time. He cried. He said it on an interview. It's like the kid who cried wolf. He said this shit.
Oh, he did?
He said this shit, but he the kid who cried gangster. That's what I'm saying. Now, my thing is this. You join, all right, it's certain ways you get in the gangs or whatever. There's no way he joined the gang the orthodox way. They blessed him and they blessed him in and let him rock because he's making money. Now, at the point where you making all of this money, you have to feed the wolves, my nigga. If you don't feed the wolves, you get eaten. You can't sustain that forever. He's pushing out money. He talking about something. You think he care about having a career? This nigga said, I never had a manager. There's nobody I ever considered my manager. And he cares about having a music career?
No. Well, he did. That's what
he said that in the interview.
But goes to the distrust thing, right?
It ain't
like
the distrust
bro.
thing is.
It ain't no
He
distress.
had a manager. When I first met him, he had a manager.
A real manager.
A real manager.
Like a person in the industry who just is managing people?
Yeah, and well, not an industry person, because he's
A random person
A
who is
random nigga.
affiliated
No,
with
it's
the
not a
wrong...
random person.
So
It's like, for example, how'd you start off being a manager? It might have been someone who
I started off I became a manager because nobody would give me a fucking job, right? But I was already in music, like I was already working for respected people, and I built myself up through the rankings. That's how I started.
Well, someone who, to be honest, that person was very professional. But whatever the case is, he says that guy stole from him.
Okay.
You know how artists and managers get.
All right,
All these niggas say somebody stuff because they can't count. That's artists can't fucking count.
Okay, so as soon as that happens, that's when he said, you know what? And again, it's also him not kind of understanding how you have to move, being that at that stature. Why do I need a nigga taking 20% if he's gonna be robbing me and doing all this? I'm gonna do it myself. So pretty much he's tried to like manage himself, but there's too many different things.
Fuck all that. No, you know what it is? Fuck all that shit. You know what it is? Nigga, he started fucking around in the streets. I'm telling you, he start fucking around in the streets. And I said this to you, I say, yo, the shit that happens around him, do you yourself, because y'all cool, y'all have a rapport, do you question if you should be fucking with him? Because certain things will come to you.
Management. Like,
but what I'm saying about this is it has everything to do with that. You want to know why? Because his management couldn't keep them niggas from around him. If you're a manager, it has to be a line of respect that's drawn where it's like, all right, I'm his manager. Y'all can have all the fun y'all gonna have. Y'all gonna respect when I say something.
Right. So now what is the question, right? This kid has a lot of eyes on him. He has an album coming that people are going to be checking for, but it doesn't seem like he could even do a show without causing chaos, without people showing up and there being issues. So now what? So he fired his whole team. Who should he surround himself to try to dig himself out of this hole?
It all starts with him and how much structure he wants to get. Because again, like just speaking to people even about this whole like the booking agency shit, I've talked to them too.
What are they saying? Because they're saying they want to like sue him for what he said on air, false accusations.
Well, we'll see if that actually happens. I mean, to be honest, I think they want to make amends. Who knows? The point is about just having everything structured. I think honestly he should sign to a big management company that could handle the stuff that he's trying to handle himself. Because from what I'm being told, when you're an artist and you're worrying about why your entertainment lawyer is getting 5%, why your manager's taking 20%, why your booking agency is taking 10%, when you're that much worried about all of that, and that is standard in the music business.
I mean, it's standard in business, period. Like nobody in America keeps 4/4 of their dollars.
So he doesn't know business, right? So when he sees money that came in, if $110,000 came in for a show and he gets like $77,000 after people took their cut, if he thinks he got robbed, that's because he's not educated enough about that.
He can't use Google?
But, I mean,
like, or he doesn't know enough people in the industry?
Listen,
he's working with like the Nickis, the Kanyes. Like, you're telling me that he can't ask anyone for advice at this point? He's been in the game too long for that to be an excuse.
I had the same lawyer as him for a little bit of time. The same lawyer, wait a second, the same lawyer that was doing all his deals, I had the same lawyer representing me for shit. So that's bullshit, all that misinformed. Listen, that's not even that's the least of his worries.
No, well,
that's the least of his worries.
Well, you got to realize, right? This, and I do believe this is a source. So the 3.6 million was bullshit. Even the booking agency,
So you made that number up?
No, apparently a promoter for one particular date that was worried about if he was going to cancel, finally got his number, hit him up directly and said, hey, listen, I have a big ass deal on the line that we could book you for like 15 shows separate from what he was doing. And it's 3.6 million. So 6ix9ine took that like, wait, am I getting 3.6 for these shows? No, he was getting around 110,000 per show.
Got it.
But with all of that, he took the information and used that to think that's what the deal was. So the booking agency themselves.
And you think that's genuinely him being misinformed or him just doing what he does, which is just talking shit?
Nah, I think genuinely misinformed.
Wow.
Because I think his thought is that, and I'm trying to get you guys to understand.
I'm trying. I'm honestly trying, but it's hard when we're just saying he's the boy who cried wolf, right?
So when you come in the industry and everybody assigns you something and you start distrusting niggas, you start lumping people together. He's the one who gave me my lawyer. He's the one who gave me this person who handles my money. When I feel like I'm getting stolen from, it's not one of y'all. All y'all niggas did that. You get me? So he's looking at it like, okay, my lawyer, you know what I mean? Shit, he had an issue where his lawyer.
He seems like a really smart guy, right? He does all this bullshit
Everybody
for attention.
was smart
marketing.
But deep down, he seems really smart. So you don't think
smart marketing don't mean he's smart. He didn't get his GED. Notice the people
That don't have
You
nothing
don't
to
need
do
a
with
GED
anything.
to be.
Getting a GED. Wait a second. Wait.
It does have to do
no,
with
it does
handling
not, bro.
business.
No, bro. No, it does not.
He has no idea about percentage.
Wait a second. You telling me that this nigga not getting his GED? That has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with he's misinformed on.
So him not understanding how normal business goes as a high level.
That don't got nothing to do with having a GED.
My nigga, if you could barely fucking do that, yes.
There's niggas that got GEDs that work at fucking McDonald's that understand paying people that. Wait a second. That's some bullshit. It sounds like because that's your homie, you make an excuse for this nigga.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, B.
If a young artist feels like he's getting, like, basically, it's an organized effort for people to take money.
So you mean to tell me this nigga, all this money he done made, this nigga did not know he had to pay somebody 20% to manage him? He did not know he had to pay a lawyer 5%? He did not know he got to pay a booking agency 10%?
So
he don't know that because he don't have a GED?
No. So wait, that's what I'm saying. So when you fired, his last manager got fired 6 months ago. You fired your manager. But that fee is still getting taken out. You know why? There's other people who are acting in the managerial role to secure whatever dates, whatever. They're taking their 20%. He's looking at it like, nigga, I ain't got no manager. Why is that 20 still going? But if someone dealt with...
I can't believe that he's that stupid. That's stupid. I can't believe that a person... No, wait, I cannot believe a person...
Everything I heard, that's how every artist thinks until somebody tells him.
No, does he have a business manager?
Yes, he has a business.
Get the fuck out. How can you... Wait a second. Let me tell you something, because
But the business manager, all he does is like, for example, ask him, yo, when do you want me to pay whoever? Like, approve it. Like, what is the business manager
So wait, when did he figure all this out? How long ago?
No. I think this is a miscommunication. Truthfully, I've spoken to both sides.
Okay.
I feel like this is a miscommunication, but it's a
point
built-in distrust of him with everybody around him. You get me? He doesn't have proper management, right? Everybody, like, also, it costs a lot for him to move around.
Of course it does.
He's seen a lot of money come in and go right out. And he's thinking that there are certain people that are trying to either fraud him or take money from him. And what usually happens, nigga, I don't even know why you're questioning it. You look at the person who's dealing with all the money.
Yeah.
I don't know who's dealing with all his money, but you told me he had a business manager.
Not disputing that this happens.
Yeah, but the business manager's not going to deal with that. The business manager's dealing with his business accounts.
No, the business manager deals with all the money that's made.
So that comes in, but the manager, so a bunch of bookings come in. How do they come in? They come in through the agency. Right? Coming through the agency, agency's working with the manager or whoever is in that managerial role. People around him is communicating because he's busy, right? So whether you have a manager or not, the people around you who's doing it, whether it's like getting the drops, making sure you show up, like...
Bro, I cannot believe that this...
They're signing on your behalf.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah, now listen, people can sign shit on your behalf. I understand that, but I'm saying, like, I do not believe that this nigga who 10, 11, 20 for 20, wait a second, 20 for 20 billboard, he know all of this shit about numbers and metrics. Everything he knows
about marketing.
No, he knows about marketing, that's fine, but you cannot tell me that he don't know nothing about metrics.
He don't know nothing about budgets or
nothing.
Bro,
he don't know nothing about no money. So you telling me this nigga don't know nothing about money, period, and he making all this money?
Just because the nigga know how to work Instagram and troll, why do you think that makes him smart that he knows
I'm
business?
not talking about certain shit is common sense, though. Certain shit is common sense.
When you're dealing with all those other entities, no, it's not.
All right, fine. So starting out, we get it. He comes in,
Bobby
he has
Shmurda
no
acted
idea.
the same way before he got locked up.
That's fine, but 6ix9ine, it's been a minute now. That's the thing. So now that he's learned all of these lessons.
He's never done a U.S. tour.
No, I get you.
He's never done a U.S. tour.
I know it's going to be so difficult for him.
Bobby Shmurda performed more in the U.S. than him.
I know, but because of security
don't
issues.
compare that.
Because of security reasons.
No, that's not because security issues.
A lot of it seems like security issues. He can't get booked.
It's security issues, and it's also a lot of people wasn't fucking with him because he had that case on his head. And a lot of people didn't want to book him for shit because he had the case on his head.
I think
so don't talk that Bobby Shmurda shit because Bobby...
I'm mentioning Bobby Shmurda because Bobby Shmurda was online. I could show you videos saying, yo, niggas is stealing from me.
It happens.
You can't act like young artists just straight off the block.
Okay,
and that's why I mentioned the education
I've been doing it for a year.
Yo,
all right, we can't argue this point
you're straight off the block. Yo, you start thinking people are taking from you when you hear one number and then you see the other number you get.
That's fair, but also do your fucking research. And if you're like rubbing shoulders with people like Nicki, ask, bro. Like, okay, cool, fine. So he didn't know for the first few months. It's inexcusable now. So what is he doing from here forward? And how is he staying out of the bullshit that makes it impossible for him to look
right
short
now,
and get money?
as we speak,
well, that's what I was telling you. I know it looks like a year in, but if we're talking about in terms of performances, and now his fee is like high, Wayno said it, he hasn't been performing.
Because
so now,
is it because people are scared to book him?
Yeah, all of that. Of course, all that. But now you have a guy who they're finding venues and trying to get around a lot of things to make these little tours for him. So he's finally getting into, oh, okay, I could move around. That was literally the first tour he was going to do. They organized a 6ix9ine city tour before, got canceled. This was about to be the first tour he was going to do. He did tours in Dubai, but well, not in Dubai, but overseas. Overseas, there's no problems. Like, do whatever you want.
Right.
In the U.S. now, it's much different. So he's running into these hurdles, and we're looking like you're a year in, but in reality, it's like he's 2 months in because he's never performed.
So bad business aside, I'm talking about perception now. It matters how people perceive him, especially as he has like the legal shit going on. He still but when is he gonna stop acting crazy then? If he wants people to look at him different and not be scared to invite him to their venues, that's what I'm saying.
That's
part of the problem.
No, that's bigger than him.
He don't know how to do business.
Is he helpless in that situation?
He's helpless in that.
Yeah.
Like so he was supposed to perform.
But you just said he's great at marketing, so shouldn't he be able to control the perception around him?
He great at everything but counting. All of a sudden, the nigga, wait. All of a sudden, this nigga buy all this jewelry. He buy his mother a house. He spend all this money here. He give niggas in the streets money. But he don't know how to count. The fuck out of here, B.
Believe me, business and math ain't just simple like that. Like,
it's simple when you have a business. No,
it takes a little while.
I'm not attributing that. Listen,
shit I knew when I first started a year ago. I know way more now because you had to learn.
I feel you, but you got a lawyer. You got a lawyer just like that nigga got a lawyer. You probably have a business manager the same way how he got his business manager, and your business manager talk directly to you and say, listen, this is your manager. This is, your mom live here. This is how much we paid a month for your mom. Your homie get paid this. You get paid this. This is how much money you have coming in. This is where it's going. An artist, at the end of the day, it's their money. He could say, yo, I'm not paying these niggas. I don't give a fuck if he did everything he said he doing. I don't have to give him the money because it's my say-so at the end of the day. So you mean to tell me this nigga has a business manager. He making all this fucking money. He can't perform, but he has tons of money. So he's making money. And he don't know where, I don't know where my money's going. I think that is particular to this situation. I think that for this situation,
never say you don't know where his money's going.
I think for this situation, yeah, I could believe that niggas probably signed off on some shit, and he was supposed to, he getting told it's an X amount of dollars and it's a whole nother amount of bread. And the amount of money that he said on the interview, as opposed to what he said he's getting, is not a percentage. Them niggas was taking, whoever is doing it.
That money was real. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
All right, so the money wasn't real. What I'm saying is that I am not going to believe that I'm not going to call this nigga no kid. He's not a kid. He's a father. I giving out $1 million to the community, all these different things, and you don't know that you have to pay a fee? Get the fuck. Stop making excuses for this nigga.
No, it's not an excuse.
You making excuses for him.
How is it an excuse?
You making excuses for him. You just said the nigga don't know nothing about business at all.
I literally said he's wrong about the number that he put out in the interview. Then I said what he doesn't know is that he went on the interview and specifically said my fee is over 100,000.
Though, bro.
You get over 100,000. You're just not pocketing over 100,000.
I know that, but
so he doesn't know business.
Okay, so he should know from this point forward.
Can't believe
this is available like on the internet. He can ask people. I understand why he's so upset. I believe you too.
Trust me.
Maybe he's not making all. I believe you. But it definitely is wild that he never took the time to like understand it.
This is what I'm saying. You his homie, and he don't.
Wait. I'm gonna teach you something in life, and I'm young, and I'm gonna teach you something.
Teach me what?
When you're friends with someone, you stay the fuck out of their business. The reason why,
brother, you're not teaching me nothing in life by saying something. You act like you're gonna say something real prolific.
All right.
Friends and money don't mix, bro.
That's bullshit. It's not. You're not dealing with his money. You're not dealing with his money.
To a certain extent, I give advice, but I don't get in the nigga pockets. You know why?
Your whole shit is getting in niggas' pockets.
No. What I mean is that I don't want to be in his accounts and let me deal with my. If I wanted to, I could have managed him 1,000,000 times. But you know what? Everybody who touched his money, they fell out.
Yeah.
Brother,
why would I ever want to do that? I make a lot of money myself.
Let's just do something. Since you said that, if you ever in your life gonna tell me you gonna teach me something in life, make it be something that's not common sense.
So wait. Why did you?
Friends and money don't mix.
What could you have thought I could have done?
Let's keep his relationship with Tekashi out of this. No, but when it comes to business, I don't think.
What could I have done in that situation? Manage him like a kid?
I'm not talking about management.
This is not a point of debate.
What could I have done? You mentioned it. What could I have done?
Inform. You said he's misinformed. Your whole
I
shit
have
is,
informed him.
You're the information man. That's
Okay.
all I'm saying. So
Listen.
don't tell me that you teach. That's not teaching me nothing.
But
B.
he's not gonna listen to me on that.
Okay, then how
You know
then
why?
yeah,
You know
all right.
why? Because he has those other people.
You told me that you
He-
listen to winners, so
No, no.
maybe he don't listen to winners. You're a winner. You
Listen,
consider yourself a winner, right?
He listened to the people around him till he stopped. That was the point he stopped. Why would I, like, they have their whole business shit going on. It's not my job to be like, yo, let me see your contract.
It ain't about your job. I'm talking about the nigga being your man and you just putting him on
Okay,
something.
so
But, all
I
right,
give
cool.
him- I
You're
give
right.
him
I'm not
general
gonna argue
principles.
that. I'm
Guys,
not gonna
Why
argue
do you
General-
think he got arrested? What happened now? So he just did this Breakfast Club interview. He's talking about all this stuff going on, and now he's apparently locked up. What happened?
Because he don't know what he was doing. He had no idea. He don't know. He fucking around with niggas in the streets and he is nothing he knows about any of that. It's no way possible. He's with all these niggas in the streets. They doing whatever they doing. I don't know what they do when they go home. That's what he about to say.
No, whatever it is, we'll figure out in an indictment.
Is it
Not
real?
in a-
Because I don't know what's real with this nigga anymore.
You think this was
6ix9ine.
staged?
Well,
I don't know if it's staged. I would hope not.
But we confirmed that the kidnapping wasn't staged, right?
that's reasonable for you to believe that it could be staged. That, I mean, you got to evaluate his track record. Shit, I didn't even think the kidnapping was real, but that was real. From what I'm hearing, he has been he taken into custody. His bodyguards and people around him said that. So I don't know what it is. The feds haven't said. Apparently, it's a Fed charge. The feds haven't released anything, so we should find out.
You said
today.
Rico and racketeering.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
that's the word, but there's going to be an indictment which will be on paper.
Feds don't just come pick you up because they want to ask you questions for no absolute reason.
And also, just even thinking, if you guys just want to use just common knowledge or whatever, right? They went in his crib, they found a gun. He admitted on the same interview that the feds been outside his house for the last couple months. Something was going on.
Wow.
So we'll figure out what it is. Hopefully, it's nothing too crazy that will
Listen,
do whatever.
you know what's about to happen? Remember how he was saying, test my gangster, test my gangster? His gangster about to get tested.
By the
Serious.
feds?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You want to know if you a gangster or not? The feds going to test your gangster. Because guess what? Like I said, he affiliated himself with certain people. You cannot act like you don't know what, like, you cannot be in a position where you don't act, I don't know what's going on. I'm just doing this and the third. It take time. Feds don't come in 1 month. It take them at least 6 months to build an investigation, right? They build an investigation. They not wasting their time. Feds cost a lot of bread. It costs a lot of bread to fight them. So I don't know what it's for, but my thing is that stop acting like this nigga don't know what's going on out here, B.
No, I never
Stop
said
acting
that.
like you
I
don't
said
know
that
what's
in
going
regards to money.
I'm just saying in everything. Everybody act like he this fucking kid that don't know nothing about nothing.
No. When it comes to this, like, shit, everyone knows his affiliations got him big or helped got him big. Listen, the same bets you make, you gonna have to lie in it. So again, this was something that he should have been aware of. Shit, I told him from the get-go. I said, yo, you know how this shit will probably come to an end or whatever. We'll see.
Yeah, so what?
Everybody got to make their own decisions.
We're a couple
you know what I
days
mean?
away from the album, right? Like, what timing for this to happen too? But anyway.
His
That-
time is always
more-
perfect for shit like this. His time
Yeah.
is impeccable.
That's
But
why I
with the
think
feds,
it
it's
looks
not
good.
staged. Huh?
But at the same time, like, I'm gonna keep it 100. If he even playing like that, I'm done. I ain't got nothing else to say about this nigga if he would play it with something like that, which I hope it's not, because Feds, he is somebody, he is a father and he is a son, and he is responsible and he take care of people. So I will hope that this is not no joke, because niggas going in the Feds is not a game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really not a game. So I will hope that this is not no joke, and it's nothing funny about that, you know?
Oh man. So last we talked about Iggy Azalea. She was saying that, I forgot, free of her record deal, she wants to be indie. So anyway, she says she signed a new deal worth 2.7 mil. She said, proud to say I literally just signed my new deal partnership, can sign others, I own my masters, 100% independent, etc., etc. This a big look for Iggy? Money man?
I don't know what this is about. Like, I mean, it might be a big look for her, but I don't think people are checking for her still. So it could be worth that amount of money, but is she gonna get a record?
No.
Like, from when I heard her last, like the last couple of records that she was gonna put out while she was still in her last situation, those were supposed to be it, and it just fell on deaf ears. People haven't been like rocking with her, so I just want to see if it's gonna work. Like, I don't care about her deal. I just want to see if she could get it hot back musically. And I don't know who it's with.
So question, my thing is, like, You know, I mean, she did have a hit record, and you know, fans is always fickle to hit records.
Sure,
Like they love it
couple.
for that moment. Yeah, she had a few records. Do you think that she could retain some of them people that was fucking with her a few years ago?
If she go pop, like I think hip hop's done with her. It's a wrap.
She could do pop. Her songs are pretty pop to begin with, right? So yes.
Yeah.
Work. Do you remember
like,
Work? That's the one that came out after Fancy, and they were pop enough that it's not a stretch for her to just make pop songs.
Yeah, I think it's over.
All right, how about this one, Soulja Boy? I know you have some thoughts on this. So he has a new deal too. He hopped on Twitter to say it's official. Signed to E1 Music. Thank you to all my fans. Let's go. Promise to keep dropping new music and working hard. Could Soulja Boy have a comeback like Tyga? Could he catch a hit
I don't know.
and be out here again or no?
I don't know if he
Soulja
could have
Boy got a hit.
Which one?
He got a song called "Hit My Line." It's a hit.
I'm talking about like a taste
I don't know.
hit.
I don't know if he could have a comeback like
No,
Tyga.
no. That song is gonna. Well,
It's about to be a hit.
What? Let me see how E1
Tyga
work
on
it.
all the award shows
Let me
again.
see how E1 work it. But that song "Hit My Line" with Soulja Boy is fire.
But E1, this is not E1. This is a different company. This is not E1.
This is E1 Music.
It says entertainment. It says Canadian. E1 used to be Koch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, E1 used to be Koch. That's what I'm saying. Is this the same? Because E1 is not a. Well, I didn't know that there was a Canadian.
Oh,
company.
okay. This is probably something else. Entertainment One.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like E1 is based in New York City. You know
Unless
what I
they
mean?
move to Canada. Regardless, I mean, whatever that is,
He could be a superstar in Canada.
whatever that is, I think he has one, and I don't know if it'll be as big as Taste, but I do think it'll like make people
Come
say,
on,
oh,
can Soulja Boy go on a run again, or is it
don't
over?
know. I
Can
know
he go
he's-
on a run? That would be pretty
I
amazing.
know that nigga's
for the
out of his
fans.
mind.
For the
Boy,
fans.
he's a. I drop one song y'all like and I disappear.
Nah.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie though.
This is it though.
I know Soulja Boy is out of his fucking mind though. Did you see the video where he was like, yo, man, I was walking and I seen the little homie. He said, man, you pulled the strap on me back in the day. And I was like, oh, nigga, that was you. He's crazy. No, he's crazy. But it's like these little moments that he has and he's just doing on his phone go viral. And it's like at those points he could always drop music. But I don't know, yo. I don't know if Soulja Boy, he solidified for what it is that he does, whatever that may be. You know?
All right, fair enough.
Shouts to Soulja Boy.
Shouts to Soulja. All right, we gotta go, but just want to say quickly, rest in peace, Kim Porter. So this is Diddy's ex-girlfriend and the mother of 3 of his kids. She died last week, unfortunately. She was found in her California home. So Diddy, he shared some unseen footage on Instagram, essentially talking about how deep their relationship went. Can imagine this is a very hard time for him and his family. So our condolences.
Yeah, condolences go out to Diddy and his entire fam. You know, even Justin Combs, like that's his name, King Combs, the one that looked exactly like him, his son. But Christian, my fault,
Yeah,
y'all,
sorry,
Christian. But yeah, that was his mom. I met the young man a few times. Condolences to him. It's a tough thing when we lose a parent, but hopefully you can pull through.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, this was really unexpected over the weekend, and I could tell Diddy's hurting, as is his whole family. And to be honest, a lot of people had really good interactions with her, and they're going through it as well. So, condolences to everyone. Very sad.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, that's our show for today. But we'll be back here. Remember, so it's Thanksgiving week. We are not airing on Thanksgiving, but we will be here Monday to Wednesday, 11:30 a.m. on Complex. See you tomorrow.
Peace.